I talk to people in Hollywood still, and people who will talk to me. And the things that are happening there are small, but they are happening. New stories being considered, a rise of religious storytelling, people kind of dropping their voices. There's a lot of Jewish people in Hollywood, and that's fine. Unfortunately, too many of them are secular Jewish people, which is a very different thing than religious Jewish people. But they're still Jewish, and I think that the attack on, everybody has different fields. Every cultural group has different fields that they're good at. And one of the fields that Jews are good at is entertainment. And so they built Hollywood mostly. And so there are a lot of Jewish people out there. And, I think that the October attacks on Israel, the horribleness of them, the viciousness, the cruelty of them, and the reaction of the left. Well, you sort of have a point that maybe, raping people to death was justifiable, that kind of thing. And the protesters pouring out has blown their mind. And Trump's very definitive appointments, boy, the people he is appointing are all Israel all the way, which I think we should be. They're our allies, and they're a good free society, and we should support free societies over, oppressive societies. And Donald Trump's Abraham Accords were the first real step toward peace, because they cut out Iran and they brought the Saudis in, and these are positive things that he has done that help those people. And I think that there are changes, but clearly our voice is finally being heard. I just want to play a small clip of a new Bud Light commercial. You all remember Dylan Mulvaney's face on a Bud Light beer can because they needed to break Bud Light free of the people who drink Bud Light. One of the wonderful advertising ideas of all time. Let's rip this can of Bud Light out of people who like Bud Light and give it to people who hate Bud Light, but at least they like Dylan Mulvaney. And a lot of us boycotted. I don't drink a lot of beer, but a lot of us boycotted Bud Light, and they felt it. It cost them lots and lots of money. So now they have a new commercial with Shane Gillis. Remember, he's the politically incorrect comedian who has said funny things about Donald Trump and sort of praising Donald Trump. And I think he was fired from Saturday Night Live. And now he is in a Bud Light commercial where they plant him in what looks like a radical commercial with this woman with a snake around her neck and a guy playing metal guitar and all this stuff. And he's looking around going, what the hell is going on? I'm supposed to be in a Bud Light commercial. Here's a clip of that.
Where'd you get a snake?
We are all lost.
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm 100% lost here.
But we are on the edge.
Hey, all right. This is pocket full of sand? Yeah. Hey, I think I'm in the wrong commercial.
What?
Yeah, dude, this isn't right.
Wait, aren't you Andre?
No, I'm Shane. My name's Shane.
Huh. Oh, I see what's going on. You're supposed to be in a Bud Light commercial.
Oh, I'm supposed to be in a Bud Light commercial, not here. So that's why I'm the odd one out down here.
Well, if you're here, Andre is...
I love it here. Oh, yeah. Something is different about you, man.
So that's Andre sitting in a bar watching sports, eating chicken wings, and cheering at sports and drinking Bud Light, which he's obviously in the wrong commercial to. That's as close to a groveling apology as you're going to get from Bud Light. I'm not sure we should forgive him, but forgiveness is a good thing. But still, maybe it, when you win, maybe you should. The left never wins. They never accept an apology. If you apologize, it's just blood in the water and they devour your body. Maybe we should be a little different. Maybe we should accept an apology and call off the boycott now. But this has got to continue. This has got to be enforced, and we've got to continue to do this constantly. Now, I'm always pushing my book on you, and what I'm trying to do is push good writing on you, good literature on you, and because I happen to know mine is good, that's what I push. But still, and it also helps me. But still, fiction is so important. Why is fiction important? I sit here and I talk to you and I give you my opinion, and you ask yourself perfectly reasonable questions. Is that opinion true or false? Is it in keeping with the facts? Is it in keeping with my values? All those things. That's what you talk about when you hear a person talking opinion. Me, Ben, Matt, whoever it is, that's what you're thinking about. But when a person expresses an opinion in a work of fiction, you're getting the whole person and his opinion. So when Macbeth makes a speech saying life is, a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, but signifying nothing, you don't say to yourself, is that true? Is that in keeping with my values? You say to yourself, why is Macbeth saying that? Why is Macbeth saying that life is meaningless? Macbeth has murdered people, and he has separated him. He's detached himself from God's creation and God's moral order. And so life is now meaningless because that's where meaning comes from. Okay. That's what fiction gives you. And so then you come back to me, and now you see me as what I am, a human being with an occasional flaw, very small, few flaws, but I have my flaws and I have my point of view. That's why I was talking before about my cultural language. That's why I was trying to be so blunt and honest about that, so that you can see I'm a whole person. My opinions come out of where I'm at. But because I'm a novelist, I see myself that way. Because I've read so many novels and seen so many movies, I see myself that way. It's not a bad thing that we have different languages. It's not a bad thing that we have different cultures. It's a bad thing when we won't hear each other across those cultures. And that is why this stuff is so important. That's why I don't like to say that Hollywood matters, because I don't think Hollywood matters, but movie making matters, novels matter, fiction matters. You should immerse yourself in some of it with real attention to what's going on, because if it's really good, if it's not just the latest superhero stuff, if it's a really good story told by an honest storyteller, even if it's an honest storyteller who's done something bad or who believes something that you hate, if he's an honest storyteller, it will bring you the world in a true three-dimensional way that you simply don't get normally. You don't get just by living it. You have to learn it. It's something you have to teach yourself to do. I just want to end with this cut from Ben Affleck, an actor I really, really like. And the reason I like Ben Affleck so much is because when he plays characters, he's not afraid to play their weaknesses. And that's something almost all movie stars don't do. They'll play a romanticized weakness like I drink too much, or I get angry, or I'm too hard on people. They'll play romantic weaknesses. But Affleck will play narcissism. He'll play sexual perversity. He'll play all kinds of things. He's a really honest actor. And that's why he's not as big a star as some other actors who really don't have his skill and his ability. He's also a highly intelligent guy, although obviously not with women and booze, but in just his capacity to think. And he was asked about whether AI will replace movies, and this is what he said.
Movies will be one of the last things, if everything gets replaced, to be replaced by AI. AI can write you excellent imitative verse that sounds Elizabethan. It cannot write you Shakespeare. The function of having two actors or three or four actors in a room and the taste to discern and construct that is something that currently entirely eludes AI's capability, and I think will for a meaningful period of time. What AI is going to do is going to disintermediate the more laborious, less creative, and more costly aspects of filmmaking that will allow costs to be brought down, that will lower the barrier to entry, that will allow more voices to be heard, that will make it easier for the people who want to make goodwill on things to go out and make it.
And I can just boil that down to one thing, is that art is made by human beings for human beings, and AI can help. It's a tool. I've said this myself. It's a tool, and it can help, and it can make things cheaper, and it can make things easier. Already, I'm hearing from people in Hollywood, oh man, before where I used to have a crew to work 48 hours to create a special effect, I now say to AI, make that special effect, and it does. That's going to continue and going to get deeper and richer. And superhero movies can be written by AI because they suck. But what he is saying is that art is about human beings. And I think it's so important that the picture that we get of human beings is not one picture, but as many pictures as we can get, because each artist, except for Shakespeare, who seems to know everything, but all the rest of us artists have one piece of the elephant. We're a blind man with an elephant. We present that pieces. And if you take in enough art, you start to get the whole elephant, the whole human condition. And it will make you more tolerant. It will make you happier. It will make you more loving. It will make you start to live into the Christian worldview. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And the fact that Hollywood let's put it this way, that the artistic community may have gotten the Trump message, may be the greatest victory of all. For more Klavan-y wonderfulness, like and subscribe. And for even more, subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show, wherever you get your podcasts.